purposes, I'm not gonna have to tell them that.
6, 7.
Okay, I hereby open this meeting of the Tyngsborough Conservation Commission under the State Wetlands Protection Act. Mass General Law, Chapter 131, Section 40, in accordance with the Town of Tyngsborough Wetland Protection Bylaws. 7 o'clock. 497 Dunstable Road, request for determination of applicability for proposed construction of a 26 by 45 foot two-car garage addition within the 100-foot wetland buffer, advertised in the Lowell Sun Tuesday, May 17th, 2016.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to waive the reading of the legal ad and the abutters list.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? Unanimous. Is there somebody here for 479 Dunstable?
Good evening. I'm Adam Connery at 497 Dunstable Road, and petition the commission for permission to add on to my house and observe any rules and regulations that may follow the wetlands.
Nice.
Have you seen this picture?
Yes.
Is that pretty accurate?
Yep.
As far as the boundaries go and everything?
Yep. It's a builder's acre, 200 by 200.
Sometimes they're not very accurate.
Yep.
Hey, Eddie. See, I typed that letter for you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. You have to sign yours.
So there's already a garage there, is that correct?
There was a garage on the property. It's been demolished.
Oh, so in the picture, that's not,
That's
So that
not
would be
there
this one
anymore.
here that-
Yep. Correct.
What is there, a shed in the back of that too? Has that been taken out?
Nope.
It's still there?
Yep.
Shed's still there.
Is the proposed addition pretty much positioned where that garage was before?
It's to attach to the left of the house. So basically, if you slid the garage to the end of the house and then built up and over, that's still gonna be the roughly.
So there's a full deck there now
Yes.
in the back, and then you got a proposed deck that's gonna be on the back of the garage too?
Yes.
this little bit here, is that gonna be, that this little bit here?
This only shows part of the house, is that correct?
Which piece are you looking at?
Just, it says existing deck and existing house, right? If you look, looks like there's a little bump off of the right-hand side of it. Is that correct?
Yes.
That's not on this.
Next, yeah.
Yeah,
So this-
that's
so-
gone, that's gone.
So
So
that's
this is
fine.
already gone.
You have
The-
a detached garage is
The
gone?
detached garage is gone.
Yeah, I'm not
Yes.
talking about the garage.
Okay.
I'm talking about, this looks
Two
like,
little bump
yeah,
out
there's a,
things.
yeah, exactly. It looks like they, I don't know.
One is in this, you want,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
one is here, see this little bumpy thing here? It
There's
bumps
another
out.
one here. He's right, Brian's right.
Okay. Is that, are you gonna take, see, that would be this, right?
This is the existing, this
Yeah.
is the existing, the
Is-
dotted
now, what do
line.
you- What, is that gonna stay like that, or is it?
Yeah, because it's gonna make the house somewhat even. Because what it is, if you look at it, it's kind of
Oh, I
like,
get,
it's
that's
kind of
gonna
like
make it even, but I don't know, what are you gonna,
What's she looking at?
what about this one?
Just looking at the plan.
See what I'm talking about? This right here?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't show it here, right? Should be,
No, that'll stay.
that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, just,
Yeah, I
just,
didn't know, I don't know why that wasn't,
because the deck would, yeah, I don't know.
So basically what you're saying is, Linda, the existing bump out on the right-hand side that's by the yellow line is staying. The bump out on the left, to me, looks like that's gonna be now following the contour of the house and then turned with the addition, correct?
But so what I was saying is it's not on the drawing.
Right, the little bump out isn't on the drawing.
I mean, we can ask him to put it on the drawing,
I'm
but it
just,
really
I'm
has
just trying
no...
to, I just wanna make sure we're
We're on the
looking
right-
at.
We're on the same page, right, yeah.
Everybody's looking at the same thing.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah, the only modification to the house is the addition. Everything else that you see in the picture is gonna be there.
Right, so
I
basically,
walked the
the-
site as recently as yesterday, and I can verify the location of, you know, I can
Yeah.
essentially vouch for the location of where everything is here. And where the proposed
It looks like
is
the-
going.
yeah, okay, it just looks like that, when they brought this line back, they should have just,
So basically, all he's really adding on is, you know, where the bump out is, and he had the existing,
Garage is still going down,
his garage been
Yeah.
torn down, and just putting it basically over that.
yeah, it just
back a little further attachment.
didn't look the same.
Right, attached to the house.
So those, the bump, the left-hand jog out, is that the same as the right in length? Do you know? Brian was asking.
No,
The-
it's more shorter.
I'm sorry.
Well, what Brian mentioned, this section right here,
Yeah.
is that the same dimension as this section in length? See how this is jogged out, and that's what he's talking
Yeah.
about. Are these two sections the same?
Looks like the
I
one
would say
on the-
relatively close, I don't think they're the exact same.
looks like the one on the right is shorter than the one. on the
Shorter?
left.
Okay.
This says,
Now, is the existing deck staying, or is that coming down?
No, it's gonna stay.
so here's the
That's what I'm
100, I just added, here's the 100-foot buffers right here.
100-foot buffer
Oh,
will
it's
be
over
over here.
here. I thought, I saw the arrow.
That's
Okay,
the
I
edge
got
of the
it.
wetland.
All right, I got you, never mind. The whole house is in a 100-foot buffer. Well, most of it anyway.
I just added it in on my print, so.
Oh, I see, okay. Where?
Even the well.
Now, the wetland markers that's marked, Matt, you've been out here? What- Doesn't look real wet on the aerial.
No, as a matter of fact, the area that is marked as wetland just absolutely barely minimally qualifies as wet. And the only reason why that's happening there is because there is a wetland way off in the back that you could make a little bit of a connection to on this. But the only reason why that thing is even up that far is because on the abutting lot, there is an old foundation. Okay, there is an old abandoned foundation that's been there for a long time. It's in pretty solid shape. 3 of the sides are there, the back side is gone. It's holding water in that location. It's kind of doing a dam effect and not allowing things to flow through. If that had been allowed to flow through, it would still look like what you see on the aerial, which is very dry. But for some crazy reason, it's very, very minimal. In fact, the delineation I thought was a little overly aggressive. I would have actually pushed it back 10 or 15 feet myself if I had flagged it. I just
Right, but-
basically think that wetland is actually there due to the circumstances
Who
of the.
flagged it?
I don't know who flagged it. Jeff Brem did the submission. A lot of times he uses Leah. It didn't look like Leah's flagging though.
Is the addition gonna be on a slab of? on a
No,
foundation?
no, it's gonna be on a foundation.
What's the existing house? Foundation?
Concrete, block?
No, but it's not slab.
No, no.
So you're gonna go poured footings.
What's that?
You know, poured footings on the new one?
Yeah.
I mean, essentially, when you look at it, he's trading off the garage that's now
Yeah.
gone, which was recently demolished to the addition. So he's actually, what was there for the garage was actually closer to the wetland. So this structure is actually being pushed farther away.
Right. And plus, you can see where, you know, the house was, you can see the original house, then they put an addition here, an
Yeah.
addition here, added here.
When we bought it, we had one child. We have 4 now, so
God love you.
it's not vanity, it's necessity.
Been there, you know what I mean? Been there,
Oh, I know that feeling.
you know? Been there, done that.
Okay.
Now I'm at the point now, the kids are starting to leave, and the house is too big.
Yeah, until they bring the grandkids home.
Oh, I know, yeah, right, yeah, thanks. Yeah.
Hey, Matt, you see any issues?
My recommendation, as I wrote a report to it, my recommendation here is for a negative determination number 3, being in the buffer zone, and to allow him to build 10 feet within the no structure zone, because in my opinion, that wetland delineation is a little overly aggressive.
Okay.
And I'm just thinking he's being penalized for an aggressive delineation. That wetland wouldn't even come out that far if it wasn't for that
But
foundation.
you're also recommending work go within the no-touch zone.
No, there's no work within the no-touch zone. This is a no structure zone.
But you're recommending loam be brought in, reseeding, all of that?
Yeah, well, there is area over here that's touched.
That's
If you
touching
look
it.
at it, if you look at the,
That's a waiver to the no-touch
right, well, if
also.
you look at the aerial photo where the garage was, it's now gone,
No, I understand.
that was in the area that would be the no-touch zone. So that would have to be loomed and seeded, essentially.
Where the garage was. What's
That's
it-
correct,
What'd
where
they
the
do when
garage
they
was.
turned it, they didn't lumen seed it when they just filled it?
It wasn't even filled, it was just, the stuff was taken out.
So, in your recommendation, you say the area between the work and the wetland grass, or wetland have grass. So, that is from the house to the wetland to have grass?
That is correct.
Okay. And then some ornamental plantings.
Yeah, when you
That work?
stabilize, spruce that area up.
Yep.
Throw in some landscape,
Yep.
throw in
That
some
work for
ornament.
you?
Oh, yeah, we want it to look nice.
This lot is the lot abutting him is the lot that's between his house and the landfill.
So everything's dirt right now, you're gonna be paving a driveway with this?
I'll have to check what, I mean, we'd like to eventually. I'm not sure if it's gonna be part of this particular project. We're gonna see, what, you know, what's left
And Matt? is-
afterwards.
How much money's left?
I'm not sure. It's pretty tight right now, so.
And you always have a budget, never usually stays in that budget, everything gets overrun, but I'm just wondering, Matt, if he's, you know, here now, when he has an idea for a driveway, should he do it, you know, because the permit's good for 3 years. So if you do want to do a driveway, now might be the time to ask us, even though you're not gonna
Yeah.
do it for a couple of years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm sure, you know, I'm sure within 3 years, we'd probably want to do
Well, then,
that, yeah.
what I'm saying is, then you'll be back before us again.
Okay.
If it's in the buffer zone. So my recommendation would be, if you have an idea, you might want to present it now, that we can, if we, you know, approve it now, that you can have the permits for the driveway, even if you don't do it for 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
It's totally up to you. We just, you know, offer that way.
You're
You
not
know.
coming back in here and refiling
Right.
to
Do it
put a
all.
driveway in.
Matt, my question would be then, it appears then the erosion control be in conflict with how you're proposing that the grass, the seeding and everything go
Well,
in
not
place.
necessarily, because he'd have to build the addition with the erosion control in place.
You know, I
There
understand
was
that,
grading
right.
and looming, and you could remove that to put the loom, to remove the erosion control, to put the loom down, and then the plantings.
Okay,
Because the loom will be more stabilizing, and that's basically what I would have him do.
yeah, it looks all flat,
Yeah, do the,
like dead
basically,
flat.
yeah, put the protection up, do the house, finish it, then pull it to do the lumen seed. Right,
Exactly.
don't do the lumen seed as you're doing the construction.
That's correct.
I agree with that.
Where'd this plan come from?
Does this have sewage or septic?
It's gonna have sewage.
Oh, it's going to?
Did it himself?
I guess Jeff Brim drew it.
That's how the wetlands were discovered originally. Originally, we were gonna do sewer, but we had to apply for a special permit last year, and the same day we were applying for a special permit, down the hall, they were putting the moratorium on sewage connections. So then we had to do septic. So Jeff had to go in and dig test holes, and I guess there was no possible way to do through his testing. So now we have an arrangement with the Board of Health and the sewer department to get a special override for sewer. But while they were doing the test holes, someone noticed the wetland, so that's why
Yeah.
I'm here.
Did you come before the sewer commission?
I did in November, yeah. We had an agreement, try to get a foundation permit back in November, with an agreement with the Board of Health, that if for whatever reason we couldn't do a septic, that they'd override and do an emergency sewer connection. So that's what Jeff was doing for us. He was gonna do our septic, but found, through the test holes, that septic wasn't allowed to be supported for what we were doing.
I'm actually on the sewer commission as well. I'm just trying to
Okay.
remember that conversation.
You out that
Yeah.
night?
No,
I don't remember you being there.
I could have been,
Or behind one of your winter vacations?
possibly. No, but I know that when there's an issue with the septic for emergency reasons, can
You
allow
allow
people
the
to
hookup?
tie in. The only issue is flow. That's the issue. Not that we don't want you to tie in. I'm sure you've heard that, right?
Right. But supposedly Jeff Brem has talked to Jeff Hannaford and the Board of Health, and everybody's supposedly on board, so.
So that's another nice added expense
Right.
in this
It's-
project.
Oh, it's been a nightmare.
I will say, I found it a lot less money to hook up
Yeah.
than it was to add something.
Oh, yeah, no, believe me, I'm grateful to be able to hook up. But, just tough when no one gives you a heads up saying, oh, by the way, down the hall, they're proposing a moratorium on connections, you don't find that stuff out until you're ready to connect, and they say, oh, by the way, you can't do it anymore.
I'm okay with everything.
The reason for that is, just so you know, is because the sewer project that's going on now is a betterment project.
Yeah,
So because people are paying a betterment to have the sewer in front of the house, they have to guarantee them flow, and there's only so much flow
right.
allowed into the Chelmsford.
Oh, I understand it now. It was just back then, being someone that's always been on septic, you never really thought of,
So we're in the
being a-
process of hopefully correcting that problem, trying to get more flow through Chelmsford, and that'll go away, I hope.
yeah. Just something as a novice, you think it goes by your house that anyone can just connect. I never would have thought of anything about capacity until, it makes sense, but just something you never think of. Or at least I didn't.
Any other questions, comments?
I'm fine with it.
He looks at me.
Come on now.
Doctor?
Entertain, excuse me, first of all, this is a public hearing, so does anybody wish to speak for or against this? Hearing and seeing none, entertain a motion to close the public portion of this hearing.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to close the hearing.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Opposed? Unanimous. Okay, it's the will of the committee.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion for a negative determination of applicability for the construction of a two-car garage addition within the 100-foot wetland buffer at 497 Dunstable Road.
Is there a second? Any further discussion, Pat?
Yeah, do you wanna put in now, in case you wanna add the driveway like Eddie mentioned?
Do I have to tell you exactly where it would be at the moment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I'm not, because right now we kind of have a drive, if you look at the, I don't know if the overview shows a kind of a
Yeah, it
double
shows the horseshoe.
semicircle driveway. I don't know if we'd keep that. I think that we'd probably go direct
Straight
right
in,
to the garage. That's what my guess would be.
too further away from the wetland.
Yeah.
Why don't I, if I put that in as directly, wide enough for the two-car, to get into the two-car garage, and obviously if we go with that, that'll be great. If not, then I'd have to come back and,
You wanna do that?
Sure. With the addition of,
What's
a
rough
driveway
size?
into the two-car garage. The width of the,
Garage?
width of the garage.
The garage straight up to the street. Then if you
Yeah.
wanna make an adjustment, you come back in, there's be an adjustment.
So that'd be like 26 feet. His garage is 20, just say 26 feet, right?
Straight in from the street.
Straight in.
From the street.
Tim, you get that?
It makes it a lot easier. for
yeah.
you.
No, I appreciate it. I wouldn't have thought of that, for sure. I need all the help I can get.
Hey,
Well, just saves you time and money from coming back.
I appreciate that.
Put the driveway further from the wetlands
and
anyway.
if you go with the horseshoe, then you're gonna have to come back.
Yeah.
Right. I don't think we'll do that based on what it's gonna be.
All right, any further discussion?
Nope.
Hearing none, all in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Opposed? Unanimous. All right, you're all set.
You're all set.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Good luck.
Have a good night.
Anybody you know?
Need my tablet.
Yeah, what happened,
Okay,
what happened to tablets?
710, 370 Middlesex Road. Notice of intent, stormwater management permits for the proposed commercial redevelopment of an auto dealership by raising the existing structure and building a 28 by 42 story office and showroom and a 30 by 30 garage with associated grading and utilities continued from May 10th, 2016. Now, I believe we're gonna continue this again.
Mr. Chair, I received an email late this afternoon from Mr. Hammer, the engineer on the project. He has informed me that FEMA has not weighed in on the Wilbur request, therefore he's requesting a continuance to the next meeting.
Did he say how long?
He did not say.
Should we continue to the next meeting?
June 14th?
Is that the next meeting, the 14th?
Next meeting is June 14th.
Make a motion to continue the hearing to June 14th?
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Any further discussion? Hearing and seeing none, all in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? Unanimous. Director's determinations, 53 Muscuppick Trail, deck replacement addition.
53 Muscuppick, they're looking to do a replacement on an existing deck. Doing a field measurement, it was greater than 50 feet away from the edge of the lake. So I figured a director's determination on that would be appropriate. The deck is gonna be a little bit larger than what was out there. That's why I called it replacement / addition. So I don't have any issue with it. If you guys wanted to follow an RDA, great. I just didn't think it was necessary.
If I can put in the distance,
50 feet. Greater
It
than
was
50.
greater than 50 feet.
So with the addition, it'll still be greater than 50 feet.
Because the addition is going out, it's going to the side, not
Okay.
towards the lake.
Make a motion, we accept the director's determination?
There's a motion, is there a second?
Second.
And a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none? All in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? Unanimous. All right, next up on the agenda. Nothing on the director's reports, discussion, Sherburne Nature Center.
Mr. Chair, I actually have something on Sherburne Nature Center, in addition to the boardwalk thing that Matt could speak on. A resident came in this morning and said he was walking the trail, and he said that a very large tree had fallen, the past couple of days across the trail, and needs to be removed because it's impeding access on the trail. And he did mark on the map exactly where it is. It's in the back, off of the Hemlock Trail. So,
That's where the little brown snake lives.
so Matt, I didn't tell Matt because he was letter today, so I suppose Matt will contact the
Is it-
highway department.
Highway Department?
Yeah,
Do
I'll
we
have,
need-
I'll
do
have
we-
Jimmy come out there and take a look at it.
Do we need to, okay that, or can you just do the?
It's a maintenance item on something we own, so, I mean, I can just take care of that.
Okay. Is something else going on with the boardwalk maintenance?
Well, I just wanted permission to maybe get a carpenter or somebody out there to take a look at some of the boards on the boardwalking benches. Some of them, just a few of them are warping. So they're going from being shaped like this to being shaped like this. So,
Is there any warranty with that?
Taillight warranty.
it's been over a year. Warranty's probably up.
I know.
Been more than that, yeah.
It's not like there's a whole heck of a lot of them. There's only a few of them. But I'd like to, start replacing them before it becomes like a lot of them.
Can we, like, change that, just the decking on them to Trex or something, so we don't have to chase that constant?
A lot of money.
Well, why don't we talk,
Trex is pretty expensive.
but maybe we
Anyway,
get
we'll look.
to Sherburne Lumber.
Thing to look at.
David's back operating
Once we do
Sherburne
sections at a
again.
time.
Yeah, they actually did all of, they gave us costs on all the lumber.
Right, but I mean, if you think about long-term, if this is gonna be a repeating thing, every 6 months or every year, we're replacing,
Well, there's only a few boards probably, and
we only have a
It's
few
only a few
benches.
boards and the boardwalk's been up there for quite a while, so.
Okay,
How
the
long-
board, I'm saying the benches. I'm not saying the boardwalk. Forget about the boardwalk.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the benches, there's only a couple of benches there,
we could
right?
do that.
Right, Eddie? I mean,
They're
Yeah, we're gonna do
okay,
it.
aren't they?
excuse me?
The benches are okay?
Benches
Actually,
are
one of-
okay.
One of the benches has a
Oh.
Big
warp
hoop
link
in
to
it?
it.
Okay.
That's what made me start looking at all of them, because when I was walking by there, I happened to look over at the bench and noticed it was very pronouncedly warped. So I started walking around the boardwalk, looking at the other boards, just to see what else was warped.
How often are the benches vandalized?
Yeah, well, remember the last time someone said one ended up in the water or something? Right?
That's gonna happen no matter where you
Yeah.
are.
Well, the reason why I ask is if you spend a lot of money on tracks and then they just go and vandalize and you're spending a lot of money going
Right.
into the drink.
I know, it's just,
Well, we could cement it down so they can't do that, but.
I don't know, it's just, a lot of people have been using it,
That's good.
yeah.
We want.
I spoke to the gentleman in the Sherburne house, and he sees a lot of people in and out of there. That
So
works
you're looking
me.
for permission to replace the,
Yes, and,
Assess and hire.
okay.
okay, do we, do you
Either
need a
that,
motion?
either that or, I mean,
I'd like to vote on that one.
we haven't got an Eagle Scout in yet for a while either.
Yeah, I mean, I would consider that possibility as well.
Usually every year we get an Eagle Scout come in looking for projects or something like
Yeah,
that, or,
that's a good idea.
So can I make a motion that you assess and evaluate and,
Take the
either that,
appropriate
Matt.
action.
thank
Matt,
you for finishing my
I think good
sentence.
idea.
I'm sorry, what?
Maybe call over to the Vogue School.
Okay.
Even than that, they like those little projects. They're easy, there's not a lot of insurance for, there's not, no ladders. Kids in carpentry class gonna do something like that.
Yeah, that's a whole different issue, though. It's gotta get on a schedule, and
Right, but there's
So
only,
you
it's
might
only a
be-
few boards, and it's not like it's a rush project,
Well-
it needs to be done right this minute.
Okay,
you know
do
where,
I have a second for my motion?
I'm gonna second Linda
Thank
Bradley's
you.
motion.
Sorry,
Didn't
Linda.
we second that already?
No.
I like those glasses too. I have those?
Yes, it'd go with you very well.
thank you,
I like the
Madam
color.
Chair.
And he'll need to borrow that sweater.
All right, there's a motion and a second.
You know, we are on TV.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Yes.
Opposed, unanimous. All right, approve the minutes of the May 10th, 2016 meeting that, I don't have
Chair,
any.
I regret to inform you that I have not completed the minutes for tonight's meeting.
Oh my God, that's it, you're fine. That's a first, isn't it?
I want that paper back.
All right,
A very
Moving
long time,
along.
yes, and over a year.
any old business? New business?
No,
No,
Motion to adjourn.
We get to sign,
We already
sign the
said-
following forms, Flint Pond,
Done.
Flint Pond order condition and vendor bill scheduled payroll.
she's looking for that martini.
There's a motion to adjourn, is there a second?
I'll second it.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Good night. Thank you.